her opponent, from Dublin, Ireland, she is the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria!
Now, interesting it is for these two, because I was in NXT UK when both of these women arrived. One was the forever champion. One was a hungry young competitor in Lyra Valkyria. And now you fast forward a few years later, and it's Lyra Valkyria who has made history, much like Alba Fyre did in NXT UK.
The script has indeed flipped right here. I knew you were getting your feathers ready.
Yeah, don't step on the woos. As you were saying.
That championship pedigree makes a rare stop here on Main Event. Certainly a woman who recently made some serious history on Monday night. Now relishes the pressure that comes with a big target that is now on her back as champion.
Now, she's never been one to shy away, whether it was NXT UK, whether it was in NXT, or even now as the first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion. But this is a big moment. Look at Alba Fyre, not only looking at Lyra Valkyria, but also looking at that title. She knows if she can get a victory tonight, if she can pin or make Lyra Valkyria tap, she should be considered for a future championship opportunity.
Laser focus there is the forever champion. Of course, this is a rematch from October. Back on Main Event, of course, both of these superstars' trajectories have changed since that time. But Vic, going back to that history-making a couple of weeks back, how important was carving her name as the first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion for Lyra Valkyria?
Smack talk between the two. For Lyra, you even go back to the NXT championship days, right? When she was able to defeat a certain living legend, as some would call her, to become the champion in Becky Lynch. And when she won that matchup, she talked about wanting to make history, wanting to be, her family be proud of who she is, why she
go into the cover.
Moved away from home, why she had this dream, why she came to America, why her dream has been WWE. And now that she's here, now that she's creating more history, it is so important for her because that is what is in her DNA.
And of course, she had a big opportunity in the Royal Rumble a couple of weeks back. And Vic, we now know next Monday, Dakota Kai, a huge rematch, the first challenger for Lyra Valkyria's Women's Intercontinental Championship.
That's going to be a big match. You know, you talk about Dakota Kai. I talked to her this past Monday on Raw, and when she talked to me, she said, I'm healthy, I'm back, I've had a lot of downs, I've had a lot of ups. It's been a wild roller coaster, but I'm ready to finally put gold around my waist.
Lyra Valkyria up close and personal with that matchup this past Monday between Ivy Nile and Dakota Kai.
Nice
Here we go into the cover. Oh, and look at Lyra. Woo. Stretches back into the bridge. A nice escape there by Alba Fyre. And Lyra looking to go right back to it here, Vic. Of course, she could not get by Bayley, qualify for the Women's Elimination Chamber. Now has to carve her own path to a WrestleMania moment.
Well, it's a lot easier when you have a championship, right? It's a little bit harder for someone like Alba Fyre to get to WrestleMania as we're on the road to Las Vegas. And it's very interesting, that matchup with Bayley. Bayley really pushed her to the limits. And for Lyra Valkyria, she never gets too down, she never gets too up. She stays nice, even keel, but Alba Fyre right now pushing the limits.
Suplex, here we go, hooks the outside leg. Alba! Right on the cusp there, and Vic, you have to imagine the Women's Intercontinental title, the place to make an initial impact as a singles competitor.
Certainly, and you can say that about the Intercontinental Championship. You can say that about Chelsea Green and the Women's United States Championship. And anytime you can put gold around your waist in the WWE, you're starting to set yourself apart, as Lyra might be starting to set herself apart in this matchup.
Look at this combination offense. Northern Light suplex holds the bridge. And right on the cusp there is Valkyria.
Very interesting, too. We talked about NXT UK with them. There's been a really almost like a chess match, so to speak. It's been a feeling out process. No one wanting to, whoa, hold on a second. No one wanting to make a mistake.
Oh! And Valkyria doesn't get all of it, but try to build this momentum. Can the Women's Intercontinental